What are my thoughts on Muhammad Ibn Abdul Wahab? Um, this Muhammad Ibn Abdul Wahab, I don't know. Like it depends. What are my thoughts on him? Well, okay. Let's start off simple. Now, if I was to, let's say, we look at it dichotomously, as in just a bipolar fashion, in the sense negative, positive. What are my thoughts? My thoughts on him are, if I was to group him in one, and I could only group him in negative or positive, then at a simple level, I would probably put him in negative. Um, that said, as we build on that simplicity, I'm sure there were things he did which were good as well. It doesn't mean that when somebody does something, it doesn't mean that they are the kind of embodiment of evil, but he did have very strange hard line. He was a pure uber dogmatist. He was a puritanist. He considered you know he kind of linked up with the Saud family, and they benefited from each other, and he wanted to establish this Puritan state. He wanted to kind of knock down, he did knock down several tombs, and he thought that this was kind of all polytheism and shirk, and um, he did if and he killed people. He killed many pilgrims. He thought they were kind of polytheists because they weren't practicing pure Islam. He inspired a movement which um, I feel was dangerous, the Salafi movement, the Ahlul Hadith move. You see, it does not mean that no good came from it, because I just want to clarify, things are more complex than that. Good did come from the Salafi movement as well, but I feel overall it did much more harm than it did good. But it did good as well. It revived the concept of hadith. It once again challenged the concept of blindly following. It did challenge the lack of Quran or Sunnah in discourse. It kind of revealed superstitions. So I feel that there was great goodness that did come from the Salafi movement as well. But it also kind of it injected a level of kind of like hatred, this Puritanist hatred into people. It also is the number one springboard for extremism. Although that doesn't mean every Salafi is an extremist at all. It does not mean that at all. But it is a very easy springboard to kind of land in extremist views from the Salafi doctrine. So I don't, it has huge problems. It anthropomorphizes God. Um, and But it's not even about the anthropomorphization. It's more about the way of thinking. So yeah, that's, if I could, I hope that gives some clarity.